Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. It's 20 past 11 on the 23rd of June and I've brought you down to the wildlife pond because I've just been out here. And not only have I seen dozens of Efts, and there's an Eft for you to look at on that rock. Efts are baby newts. I've also seen tonight 6 toads, no less than 6 toads. I'm going to try and get all 6 of them on camera. So I'm starting over here. Let's say that we start here where this iris is and we go clockwise around the pond and see if we can see all 6 of these toads that I've just spotted. Now there's one down here somewhere, so let me see if I can locate the little fellow. There it is. So I'm going to hopefully carefully get the camera close to the toad so that you can see the toad in shot. There's number 1, a little fat brown toad there. Hopefully you can see him. I can't actually see what the camera's looking at because the screen's gone blank, but if I press the button on the top of the camera, just by doing that, I can now see what you can see. So let's go down there again. He's moving under the water, but he's still there. So that's toad number 1. Let's now go and locate toad number 2, which from memory is not far around here. And I think that's it there. You're looking for a little brown splodge in the green weeds. And there is toad number 2. Hopefully you can see toad number 2. Won't disturb it too much, but that it is. It seems to me that because it's been a hot day today, the toads have come down to the pond to almost relax. Now, I've just disturbed another. Now, there's a frog there, which is a surprise because I didn't see the frog before. And there's another frog down here, and right next to it there is a toad. So we're having a real frog and toad night tonight. And I think this is because the weather's been warm today. They've come down to the water in the night time to sort of rehydrate and cool down, if you like. So yes, toad there and 2 frogs here, which I didn't know about when I went to get the camera to do this filming, and another toad there. So I think that's now 3 toads and 2 frogs, and we'll carry on because I know that there are some more toads a little bit further around here. Now, where did I see another toad over here before? I know there's one here, so bear with me. There it is. Let's go in. I'm just going to press that button on top of the camera again. Have to do that so that I can see what you can see. And I shall carefully go down here. And there is a tiny little kind of juvenile, I would describe that as a juvenile toad. Can you see that there in the lens? And just near that one, just down here, is another juvenile toad. Just there. Hopefully you can see that sitting there. Just sitting there quietly in the water. And then we have another one not far away down here. There's another toad just nestled down there in the green. So what's that now? Is that 7 toads and 2 frogs? I've completely lost track. It just goes to show you that they are here if you look for them. The telltale sign, by the way, is you'll be walking around the pond and you'll suddenly hear a splosh or a plop into the water, and it's the toads or the frogs kind of jumping in, and I think they're alerted by the torch, and that makes them head for safety. Let's just have another quick look at these Efts again. I'm going to press the button on top of the camera again. Let's go in and have another look at these Efts. I have seen a newt tonight, by the way, but the newt is being quite shy. It's hiding under some pond weeds. Those are Efts, those are baby newts. Efts are basically newt tadpoles that have grown legs and also still have external gills. Let me see if I can see that newt, because I know where it is. It's a great crested newt, and I saw its tail a moment ago, but it was underneath, it was hiding underneath the weeds, so I shall go round to where I did see it and see if we can get the newt. And then, in a sense, we've almost got a full house: frogs, toads, and a newt. We're back here now. This is where the frogs are. There's that frog again, look, can you see? Sitting there, cooling off, rehydrating, and possibly even waiting for an insect to walk past. Right next to it, just there, is a juvenile toad. The newts was just over here somewhere, but I can't see it, so I think I'm going to give up on the newt. But we will just have another look at this lovely frog. I'm going to press the button again. Sorry about this. Battery saving thing. The screen that I can see on the camera turns itself off, but there, he's a lovely frog just sat there, and right next to it is a toad. You can tell the difference. The frogs are kind of green and stripy, whereas the toads are kind of brown and lumpy and warty. Interesting. I'm out here most evenings, just before I go to bed, just to have a look. I find it very relaxing, actually. Just looking round into the dark, into the weeds and the reeds, just to see if I can see any of these amphibians. There's something there, actually. Yes, that's another little toad, just there. Let me see if I can position the torch so that it's not casting shadow. There's another little juvenile toad. A wildlife pond is really serving its purpose at the moment. It's really doing what I hoped it would do, and that is providing habitat for wildlife. There's another toad there right in front of the camera. And I'll call it a day there now. I'm sorry I've not been able to show you the great crested newt. Now, I have lingered a little bit longer and have found a great crested newt for you to look at. It's just down there. You might see it in the torchlight moving. I'll try and keep focus, but I'm stretching, I'm leaning out over the water's surface, and I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, so I'm trying to follow the torchlight. But off it goes into the distance. The great crested newt, an adult great crested newt. They are here, and as if by magic there's a second one, so we will get this one on camera. There it is, right there. Can you see it? Moving off into the depths underneath the pondweed, so a bit like buses, you wait for an hour and then two appear. Great, glad I got that. And that means I can rest easy. Great big water beetle just swam past there. And I shall say good night for a second time. Good night.